Casey, where are we? I know. Where are we? We're up on the Skytram, huh? Oh yeah.
Don't put your...
$5.45, Doug.
Here, let me get a picture of the sharks. Come here, babe.
Oh, you gotta go over there and get your picture. Here. Well, come over here. Over here.
Over there, I'm trying to take a picture of you.
Right?
I was on a picture of you guys, please.
Oh.
There we go.
I know you can get in front of their face.
Very dramatic video.
Alright, we'll have to come back. All right, and so here we have. Oh, awesome. So there's 15 hens in here right now. There's my one male. He's very scared. One more male of the breeder program. And then here is my bachelor pat. So there's 5 in there. Now, what I am going to do before I go grab the rest of the hens is I'm going to take 2 of these hens and add 1 to each of these cages to hopefully help teach them to eat and drink. The 3rd one, they're just going to have to learn. I'll watch. Alright, so we had 7 roos, and that means that we would have had, what's that, 24 hens. And so we are going to populate these 2 top breeders. We're going to have 1 roo and 4 hens in each. So I have 1 hen that I've added from each, and then 1 roo. And so we're going to go ahead and put 3 more of these roos in each one of those. And I'll keep an eye on the bottom one. I am going to top off their water extra full just so they can see that. But so that's adding all the new baby quail out here, kind of restarting my flocks. All these are jumbo wilds. I do want to expand with a few others, but I got to start where I got to start. So you guys have a good one. Do the things. Till next time. So we're starting a hoop house greenhouse thing, and so I got the 8-foot, well, I got my 10-foot pole in, and there's an 8-foot expanse between here and here, and then between here and here we'll do a 10-foot.
Hi, I'm Farmer Casey from Grafted Branch Homestead, and today we're trying astronaut food or freeze-dried food. So we have
Well, hello for everyone that stuck through my opening video. Good to say hi. Can you see me? Can you hear me okay? Can I get a 5x5 since technical difficulties definitely have their place here? Let's see. Saltwater taffy. Oh man, I wish Casey, he just went to bed, but I told him I knew it was taffy. Very cool. 5x5. Awesome. First of all, we got a lot of people in here, so thank you guys, everyone, for showing up. I'm going to try and run through a quick list real quick. So Tigress Valley Farms, we got Andy Rabbit, Verna at Vay's Place, Mr. Landfill, BC Gaming Dispatcher, CDB, we got Bob Cole. Let's see, who else? Buster's in here. And we got J. Mary Last One. Hello. Anyone else? Okay, if I missed someone, let me know. But thanks, guys, for showing up. You guys are awesome and make all this excellent. And also anyone who is in the replay crowd, thank you guys for watching there. Drop a comment below just so I know you're watching and give me a thumbs up. Yeah, so we got a lot to get to today. First of all, if you don't know, my name is Matt here at the Grafted Branch Homestead, where we are in the Southwest Desert. And we're on a urban homestead on the outskirts of the city on about a 1/4 acre, so a small little plot where we are developing and learning skills now to implement on a larger scale later. So it's good to see everyone in here. So I do have a list a little bit more organized. I didn't get my thumbnail up early, and some of that is because of stuff coming up. I know it seems like I always have scheduling issues, but I'll talk about that a little bit. So first of all, I just wanted to say hi to everyone, see how everyone's doing. If anyone has anything they'd like to share or is going on, feel free to drop that. See, Andy, you were saying you're still getting your 3 stackers together. So I did see a question, I think, by Jane Mary. Yeah, Jane Mary, last one. So, excuse me. Let me address that real quick before I forget and move on. About sexing the quail. So you can sex the quail 2 different ways. They can either be, some of them are feather sexable, or you can vent sex them. So vent sexing would be, I guess, a lot like a chicken, where you would push on the vent and if you get some foam. And so that is going to be vent sexing. The birds I have right now in particular are jumbo wilds. They are feather sexable. So in my quail, and so I can look at them when they're about 3 weeks old, and based on the markings on the chest. So for example, with the ones I have, they'll have a lot of dots, black dots all across their chest, and be kind of a uniform color. That's going to be a hen. If they have less of those dots or very few on the chest and a kind of a red or orange chest, those are going to be the males. Another way is you could always just wait for them to start crowing or doing their thing. Now with my chickens, I bought them all hens because I don't have a rooster, but I did decide to go with black sex link there, mainly because I'm not real good about sexing them right away, and so I want to get down the basic skills of raising them and all that first. So that is part of why I've gone back to jumbo. Other parts are marketing reasons, and I could talk about that. But Verna, you were saying to add more quail, or you're talking about my ratios to those cages. So you're absolutely right. I actually have 5 hens and 1 roux. What you saw were the 2 birds in there. So I put a roux in each of the 2. I have 2 breeding sets. So there's a roux in each of those. And then I actually took a hen from the cage that was already established, that they were eating and drinking already. And I put 1 of those in each of those breeder sets. So my idea was that one would be able to teach the others pretty quickly where to eat and drink. So the quail get it really quick. They understand what to do. Oh, Bob Cole, I didn't say hello to you. I hope you are still in here. I don't know why I thought that, but hello. It's good to see you. You did. I got a little bit of a cough. Sorry if I do that. You didn't make it to QuailCon. I know Zach was saying there was another person from New Mexico, but I didn't see him. So anyways, that's a little bit of a tangent. Right now it is 8:43. So I am going to be doing my stream a little bit earlier, especially as we roll into fall and winter. And I'll talk about that in my schedule at the end in a bit here. What time is it there for you, Andy? He did. He absolutely loved the candy. Hey, if you guys haven't seen it, go and check out my freeze-dried candy review video with Farmer Casey. He's been chomping at the bit to be able to try that and get it done since I came back from QuailCon. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I do plan on keeping tonight's stream about an hour, and that's going to be really hard to do with all the things I want to talk about. So we're going to have to do it a certain way here. Yeah, sorry guys, I know it's really late. I'm hoping in 2 weeks to start this an hour earlier and start doing that. I do follow the sun, and that is in part with Sabbath and all. And so that has something to do with my schedule. I do kind of want to move it to another day as well. I want to keep a Saturday night live free stream like this is, which is a lot of fellowship and kind of like a variety show almost is my idea of it. Ooh, that's a good idea. We'll have to try that. Oh, okay. Oh, no, well, I hope he's all right. But yeah, that's important. That does take precedent. Jane Mary, the word. Oh, for sex link. That's kind of funny. It's giving an error. Oh, thank you for moderating there, CDB. Okay, I gotta stay on task a little bit here. No, that's funny. The things it tries to block. Sorry, it could be Nightbot too. That's all right. Okay, so let's see here. So I hope everyone's doing great. I know I've been extremely exhausted. Now, this stream is mostly about QuailCon. In the opening video, there was a couple things in there. You were right. It was New Mexico State Fair, so that's where we were. I'm not too happy with the state of New Mexico as of today, but that's okay. So it was the Southwest Desert State Fair, and we had a lot of fun. Saw a lot of animals, and got to do that. So we had that going on. I've been working on my hoop house / greenhouse a little bit more. I do have to work on finishing the roof on the chicken coop extension, so that will be going on coming up here. And then as soon as I got back from QuailCon, I hopped right in with 10, 11-hour days right away. Surgery's on Tuesday, okay. And we'll keep them in our prayers there. And so I came right back and just had to go right to work. So time has been limited as always, but still good. It is hot here still. I'm actually ready for fall a little bit. Let's see. Yes, Sukkot. So that's some of the stuff coming up. Yep, I'll talk about that a little bit. And what'd you say? A new tent. Oh, cool. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Okay, that's okay. I understand there, Bob. I actually have some priorities in my life right now that I'll address again. I have it in notes later in a bit here that take precedent as well. And so that's real important, something I'm definitely learning with YouTube, and that's teaching me about priorities and all. We're still talking about that, okay. So that's kind of since I've been back from QuailCon. I've also moved, right before I left from QuailCon, I had moved half of my new quail outside into the quail shack. And so they were 2.5 weeks old. I was a little bit nervous about doing that. They did do real well out there. Temperatures were fine. When I put them out, I had a video you can watch, but when I put them out, I would take them and kind of push some of their heads in the water so they'd know where it was, and the same with the food. They picked up on it real quick and did really, really well. After coming back from QuailCon, one of the benefits is you get so much, information. And so I did learn that one of the problems I could see with moving them out right at 2.5 weeks. Now I know Chris Carnes with Slightly Redneck does that. He also, it seems, kind of breeds depending on time of year and temperature, from what I gather. Anywho, one of the big problems I could see with moving them out early, although it wasn't dropping between 65, is there is a big temperature difference, 65 to 95 outside, is one of the diseases birds carry, and it's coccidiosis. I probably butchered that. But they can get that from big temperature variances when they're real little, or from getting too cold, from what I gather. And so that is one thing. I would like to wait until about 3.5 weeks. Anyhow, when I got right back at about 3 weeks, I moved the rest out, and that was what you saw in the video there. Oh, I love talking about my solar. Okay. We might go a little over an hour tonight. That's okay. So I do have solar. I kind of. So my house is, of course, on grid. My goal is not to pull it off grid, because you need different permits and stuff, but to make the grid kind of a backup. I slowly want to pull areas off. So right now, my chicken coop and that whole outdoor area, the actuators, water pumps, and all that is run on its own solar system. The quail shack has its own solar system that powers all its lights and functions. So the whole backyard is on solar, anything out there. I'm slowly starting to encroach in on my den room. So the project coming up will be to install the solar panels. I've been accumulating the batteries, solar charge controllers, and so I'm going to be pulling this room off and hopefully hooking up some other appliances to it. So I have some solar. I do want to do it. It's a huge interest in mine, and I do want to do a lot more videos in it. The problem with it is it's very expensive, and the way I do anything is I have to buy a piece at a time, slowly over time, until I gather enough pieces. So I've been doing it for a couple of years, gathering pieces, and I finally have enough now to kind of start putting things together. But everything outside does run on solar. I have plans on making a solar incubator. Those are videos for other days. Yeah, they do. And so I figured that I tend to be a little too concerned, I think, about things right away, but they figured out, they see the water moving and get curious. Quail are extremely curious. And so they do. They figured it out, no problem. And we got someone else in here. Oh, yeah, I think you may have been in here before. Holistic Heritage Homestead. Maybe not, but hello, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome to the channel. So today we're talking about a few things, primarily QuailCon, and we'll be getting into that. Also Q&A, questions, anything anyone has, feel free to throw that down there. You moved 3-week-old chicks into outdoor hutch last night. Okay, so that sounds about right. How did they do there, Bob? Did they do okay today? And how many did you move out? Anyone that was keeping track, by the way, QuailCon was last week, so I didn't do it live. But the week before that, I was doing the sex. So I ended up with 7 roosters, 24 hens, and I think Steve at S.O. Swanson, I believe, was the winner there for the golden quail sticker. Okay, let's see here. The hoop house is coming along. State Fair. Mosquitoes have been insane. I'm sure that's been for anyone anywhere. My oldest son has been doing homecoming and band football games and his soccer. Soccer seems like they have a tournament game every week. He's been doing a lot, learning to drive. So he's been extremely busy there. So have we. Of course, Farmer Casey, you guys get to see a lot of what he's doing here, and we get to share. Oh, hey, cool. Okay. Oh, man. All right. Well, finish out my stream. You'll get a little bit of info, but more so I'll direct you to some. It is cool. If you don't raise quail, you still want to go to QuailCon. If you raise them or you're curious about it or you're an expert, you want to go to QuailCon, and I'll talk a little bit about why. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So let's see here. So QuailCon, questions and talks. Oh, okay. So first of all, I want to talk about QuailCon, and there's just so much to talk about. If I decide to do that, I would be on here a couple hours tonight. So I'm going to break it up a little bit. So what you guys are going to get tonight in, I guess, spirit of the Saturday night free streams is tonight we are going to do a video. I put together a short video on getting to QuailCon. So I'm going to show that. We'll talk about that a little bit, as well as a few other segments I have planned. And then we're going to talk about QuailCon some. Now, throughout this week and next, I plan, as I have the time to edit, I plan on releasing a lot of different QuailCon videos. And then next week for the live stream, we will do a little bit more of being at QuailCon and getting into that. It's just a ton of stuff to share. So I'm going to break that up into some videos and probably a 2-part live stream. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and show my Getting to QuailCon opening video. So I think it's about 5 minutes. You sit tight and watch that. You moved 6, and that was what you had left from Thriving Otter. 20 count you got. Okay. Had 16 viable, dropped 2, putting in, yeah, understand that. So 50% hatch rate. Okay. 1 passed last week in the brooder. Okay, so ended up with 6. All right. That's good still, yeah. My hatch rates, everything I've had has gone between, I think, well, I had 1 where 1 egg hatched, so I'm going to leave that hatch out. I did a video on that. There was a ton of problems. I've had every type of hatch rate you could think. And so once again, here on the Urban Homestead Grafted Branch, we are learning skills. And so it takes me a long time. One thing I noticed at QuailCon was some people have had quail, it seemed like, for a month or 2 and were experts and going on with it. And then there's some people like me who have had them for a year and are still learning basics. But there you go. Hey, look, Jerry. I'm assuming it's Jerry, but Sanctified Supplies here. That is awesome. Welcome. So I haven't caught you on your lives, just the replays lately, but that is cool. So let me go ahead and I'm going to play this little video of my experience flying leaving the desert and flying almost 1,600 miles away. I think my entire trip I flew like 4,400 miles, I believe, to meet some excellent people. So let's watch this short little video. They're taking me to stick me in a can and fire me across the country.
It's gonna fly.
We're at the Albuquerque airport waiting to board to fly to Dallas and then out from there to Cincinnati. Looks like that might be the plane. In the Cincinnati airport, going to get my car so I can drive an hour to Miamisburg. All right, so I'm sitting here in my rental car. I got my rental car, so I'm at the Cincinnati airport. Anxiety's been high, but I'm excited. But now's the part I'm most stressed about, and that is I gotta drive an hour here from the Cincinnati airport to my hotel. An hour away, so I'm gonna go ahead and get to it and focus on that, and then we'll do more chat from the hotel. Crossing the Ohio River. Look at that nuclear plant. So I'm actually heading into Indiana to Lawrenceburg. I crossed the river here because the guy.
Welcome to Indiana.
Better. So I'm in Indiana now. I go a little bit further, and then I gotta cross back into Ohio. Well, hello y'all. So today is Saturday morning. It's about 9 o'clock, and so gates open at 11 to QuailCon 2023. I'm super excited and just up in my hotel room looking out and at all the trees and greenery that Ohio has that we don't. And so Hope y'all are having a good morning. I hope I get to see you guys. All right, it's time to start. I'm excited. All right, so I'm on the highway. I'm heading from Centerville to Miamisburg to QuailCon. This car's alignment's not so good. Anyways, heading to QuailCon 2023. I am, my anxiety's going absolutely insane. That's just me, but I'm excited and I better get off my phone now because I'm driving. So, woo! Look at all that green, man. Just everywhere things are growing. That is cool. I'm parked in the middle of the road, so I gotta get moving, but look at that. My Shire Quail Farm. QuailCon, here we go. Oh man, I am excited. Look, so I'm coming down this little road here. I have, first of all, never seen more grass and green in my life. I keep saying it, but it blows me away. I thought I knew what a forest was and stuff. I'll be turning the camera off in just a second. Looks like we're going through the My Shire gate here. Oh man, here we go. All right, I better stop filming. Look, they got camping, so this is one thing I wanted to do. Parking this way, all right. Look at that, camping there. This is not to parking. This is to parking, okay. So I'm gonna go through this fence. And it looks like I'll probably park up there. I don't know where I go and I don't see anyone. So, cool. Well, I'm gonna turn off the camera and figure out where I'm supposed to go and we'll get this shindig on the road. Whew, it's hot and humid. All right, so I'm here at QuailCon 2023 at my and see how beautiful that is. Actually, I got my name tag there. And so met a lot of really cool people already, a lot of YouTubers, and so really neat. But opening remarks, I believe, at 11:40 here, starting soon. So I'm gonna head that way, see who else I can meet.
If you have social media, if you have Facebook, if you've got a YouTube channel, whatever the case may be, you are more than welcome to blow social media up.
All right, so that was just a short clip. That was me getting to QuailCon. And so I can talk about that a little bit, and I'm going to talk about QuailCon a little bit. First, one sec here. There we go. So that's me standing in front of the My Shire Hobbit House. So My Shire Farms is in Miamisburg, Ohio. It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful farm. Fully functional farm, and as I understand it, Zach Green, who runs the My Shire Quail Farm, his father-in-law, Papa the Builder, watched a Food Inc. episode and decided he needed a farm. Anywho, without giving away too much of Zach's stuff, that's what they got, and it was really cool to go out and see that, a functioning farm and business that's focused on sustainability, on quality food, and what you put in your body is very important. Anyhow, so that's where I went. Now I am from New Mexico desert. I am used to the sand and the hot, dry, air, environment. And so I went to something completely different. And seeing Ohio, first of all, was gorgeous. One of the first things I noticed is New Mexico is beautiful. Albuquerque is something else. But there was no graffiti and junkies everywhere and stuff, so that was awesome. I put in a little clip of the hairdryer. I thought that was funny because it wasn't chained down. Yeah, I had a really good time. But got to do that. So first thing I did was I went ahead and I hopped on the plane here from the Albuquerque International Airport. So the Albuquerque International Airport is very small, and for the most part, you have to fly to a hub like Phoenix or Dallas or something to fly out. So I flew out Friday midday from here and flew to Dallas, Fort Worth. And then from there, I had a little layover, and then I flew to the Cincinnati airport. Now, the Cincinnati airport is actually, it's on the Ohio-Kentucky line, I guess, so it's actually in Kentucky. Anyhow, when I got a car and I left, I had to drive into Kentucky a little bit, and then up into, I went around. The guy at the parking structure said not to go over the Cincinnati bridge that goes straight north or I'd get stuck. Yeah. So I drove through Indiana. And so I drove through Indiana. It's supposed to be like an hour drive. I got lost. It was at night. That's okay. Beautiful country, fields and silos, and I loved it. Absolutely gorgeous. So I enjoyed that drive. Got to my hotel. Now, I had a problem at the hotel. I had a panic attack a little bit. So me and all of my wisdom thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool to put the hotel name under Grafted Branch Homestead? And so that's what I did. And hotels don't take business names. They need personal names. And so they couldn't find my reservation. So I freaked out a little bit, went out to my car, called my wife. She calmed me down, had a quick prayer, went back in and asked again, and she was able to get me in the room. So that was awesome. Got in Friday night, got some food, right about sundown, got into the hotel room. You know, they're a little kind of late, but got in the hotel room. And I got a video chat and started our little Shabbat service, our candles and our communion that from afar with my kids. And so I brought 2 little electric candles with me, and I had vacuum sealed a little thing of grape juice, and then I brought my cracker. So that was neat to be able to still do that. Oh no, yeah, I want to go camping. I do. Hey, Holistics, I know you have Bear Independence, awesome. And I think that's may have been where I originally saw Sanctified as well. No, you know what? I saw them from Papa the Pepper because he was promoting their shirt. So if you haven't checked out Sanctified, he does Bible readings and different things. Amazing channel, good stuff. They actually have some other entertaining things as well. But he puts out a really high quality product that I really like to support so as well. And I do want to go camping. Kind of got off topic a little bit. So anyways, yeah, flew in, we did that. Saturday, there's a 2-hour difference between here and Ohio, so I was a little jet lagged, but Saturday we got up, I got to drive to my shire, that's what you saw, and then we began QuailCon. And so we started that first day. Each hour I switched, and I got to go to a different class, and so the ones I chose was Quails 101 with Verna Young with Faye's Place here, which was an awesome class. I then went into the quail to see the quail barn with Zach Green and to go through the operation and how that works. The next hour I decided to go to, I believe that's when I went to butchering with Jasmine Bass and Aaron and Lane and excuse me, and all them in there, and Brad. And I learned some really cool new ways of butchering actually. So I usually always do it spatcock, but I learned from Jasmine how to do them whole and neat, and then from Aaron how to do them just the breasts, and then give maybe the rest to the dogs, things like that. Ton of information. First of all, one of the things I like most about QuailCon was being around my people. Being comfortable, being able to talk about things that are maybe a little off, about self-sufficient things, or quail, or plants, or farms, or whatever it is, building. And people that get just as excited as I do. So it was really cool to be there to see that. I had jotted down a little note, and it's just, who was at QuailCon? Well, there was a lot of people at QuailCon, a lot of different type of people. There were people there that were farmers that had full-blown, cornfields and stuff. There were ranchers. There were people that are just interested in self-sufficiency or self-reliance, that had small flocks. There were hobbyists. There were a lot of people on the marketing side are wanting to push towards business, leave their jobs. There were people that had quail and don't have quail. Huge slew of people, amazing family of people there. So cool people. Let's see. I'm going to get into a little bit more on QuailCon. Hey, Spice. Verna says she had a migraine. Does she still did everything. There were vendors, there was food trucks and master classes. Chris Carnes was slightly redneck, but I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I am going to stop and there's a segment in my live stream. I'll calm myself down a little bit. One sec. I get excited. Talk fast. I do want to keep tonight around an hour or two, hopefully, but there's a segment in my streams. So there's a few things that are real important to me. Obviously, we do the homesteading and stuff. I had mentioned in some videos that it was dietary things that really brought me there. And then that quickly turned into spiritual things and a different outlook. And so that took me towards the homesteading, towards self-reliance, self-sufficiency, towards making sure what I put in my body is good food. So I want to know, what I feed the bugs that are fed to the birds that I eat, the eggs or the bird. And so, a lot of reasons I got into all of this. One of those things, though, I like to share all that, our urban homestead going on, the DIYs, building's important, of course, solar and all that stuff I love. But one of the things that's really important to me, of course, is preparedness, is having a prepared lifestyle and whatnot. So why that ties into homesteading and the stuff I'm doing here actually comes from Zach from An American Homestead, where I had heard him say at one point, if you follow preparedness to its logical conclusion, you're going to end up on a homestead. And so preparedness is important. So I'm going to throw out a quick tip, and then I'm going to play my little living insurance clip, and then we're going to talk about the preparedness segment for tonight. So my quick little tip, first of all, is aluminum can prices are going up through the roof. Good time to stock up on canned goods. They last a long time. You pass the best by date. So grab some of those before those prices go up. But living insurance. Okay, I'm going to scoot over here a little bit. So that's living insurance, being prepared for life, whatever it may throw at you, or just everyday life. Zach Bauer quote is one of you paraphrase frequently. Yeah, so I love that quote. So tonight what I was going to talk about was flight preparedness. Now, being somewhat of preparedness mindset, leaving my home and going so far away, especially on a plane, right on my car and all that, it concerns me. It kind of gives me some anxiety. I can't have the normal things I normally carry on me, my EDC, my everyday carry. And so I thought about that. And the more I thought about it, I really came to the conclusion, well, when you're flying and you're packing a bag, really everything is preparedness. You're packing an EDC bag because everything I'm taking everything I'm going to need. Now, when I fly, I don't like to check bags at all. I don't want things to get lost. I want to pack small and carry on. And so that's what I did. And so, of course, everything you plan on putting in the bag should be planned and is going to be preparedness minded anyways, such as, sunscreen or different things like that. However, there are some specific things I did plan into my gear, into my my bag, into my preparedness setup specifically for that. The just in case things that I may not need, but are small items that are easy to carry that could help me out. And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. You missed the quote. Oh, J. Mary, last one. It's if you follow preparedness to its logical conclusion, you'll wind up on a homestead. And so, yeah, you're going to live a self-sufficient, self-reliant lifestyle. And I've said that before, and some people say, well, I disagree. You need people in the community. When I say self-sufficient, self-reliant, you do need people. You can't be a complete lone wolf. But yeah, cool. All right, so this is the bag. I actually brought two bags with me. I was able to bring a carry-on and one small bag. But I decided to go with a sleek, kind of tactical bag. Of course, the Molly, but not too big where anything's going to get caught or fall off. this was plenty big. Now, there are some things that I may not use that are just preparedness minded. Tissue there. Handkerchief and the bag cover. So that's to cover the bag from rain. Normally in here, I would have chemical lights, maybe a knife, some laser pointers. I have my signal mirror. There's some things I did take out. With flying or going through TSA, there are some things you have to keep in mind. And so this kind of concerned me. Normally in my everyday carry, I'd have a lighter, knife, some other personal protection stuff that I don't get into politics too much, but New Mexico's making me angry with right now. Anyhow, you can't carry those things on the plane, obviously. And what you do carry needs to be able to be looked at easily. So this is the bag. First thing you notice right on the outside. Now you can't bring liquids on, but once you get through the security, you can fill something up with water. And I always like to have water on me all the time. Even if you don't think you're going to need it, having a little bit, it's a good idea. So I have my, metal water bottle here. And so it comes in empty through security, and then that can get filled up. This one is double layer. I prefer single layer metal ones because if you had the boil in it, you could. This is vacuum sealed, so it'll explode, but it goes there. Now, right off the bat, I decided to delegate or to devote 2 small pockets on this bag to my preparedness above the kind of everyday carry, I guess, the things I probably I'm not going to use, but have in here. Let me scoot over a little bit. And so the first thing is you'll notice this red carabiner up top here. So this bag I like because it has this little zipper pocket up top. And right here, I have a medical kit. Now this small one, I did go through ahead of time and made this TSA compliant. So I took out any, the metal tweezers and little scalpel and anything like that you may have in the medical kit. So this just is going to have bandages, medical tape, Neosporin, gloves. I have some dental stuff because I have some dental issues in here. Nothing liquid, quick clot. So this is a little bag I put together just as a kind of a quick pull, TSA approved, if you will, medical kit. So that goes right in top, up there in my carry-on. The other pocket I really devoted here was this one right in the front. And so in here, quick pull, I have another little carabiner here that it got attached. It's not supposed to be. There we go. Quick pull carabiner. I can pull that out real quick. Now in here, I have a cat tourniquet and a permanent marker, and that is important for reasons I won't get into in this video. This is it's not a metal rod. It's a real hard plastic rod. So this can go through my bag just fine. The other thing I carry is an extra pair of glasses. Now this is particular for me. I wear glasses. So glasses and a glasses repair kit. If something was to happen, the plane got jolted or wherever I was did, and I didn't have my glasses, I'd be up the creek. So, and there they go on the ground. Something easy to carry. Doesn't take a lot of room, and a lot of people would have that anyways in a bag or purse. That's part of that. This is another thing that I have in here that I'm probably not going to use, but it doesn't take a lot of room. It's very light, and I can have it in here. So this is my water pouch and a few things. I kind of carry this a lot of places in my everyday carry bag. And so what I got in here, I've actually added something just given the times. But so what I have in here is my Sawyer Mini. And so I got the little pump in the bag, and this can go through TSA just fine. Probably never going to use that. But if I came into an emergency, you can only go 3 days without water. So that's something easy to carry. Doesn't take a lot of room. And you think with space being so limited with flying, I decided that was something worth having. Another thing I have with me on me, and that's just because we live in crazy times. Hey, it's Guidros. Guidros, you're here. Good to see you, Guidros Family Farm. So you're actually my highlight channel tonight. So go ahead and type GBH as in Grafted Branch Homestead in the chat there. And it's Christina on, I guess, right now. And it will drop your channel link. But we're going to talk about you a little bit, so stay tuned. This is something I'm not going to get into too much. I don't want to scare anyone. Just something that's light that I can carry on me, and that's ThyroSafe. for various reasons. And I think I got a couple other things. Poncho, really light, really small, stay dry. And then I have my schmog. I'm going to say that wrong. It's like a big bandana, basically, but you can make a bag out of it. You can wrap it around your face, keep dust and stuff out, or different things like that. Another thing that I'm not wearing, because I don't think it helps too much very often, is a mask, but I did bring a N95 mask and a pair of gloves. If you were in an emergency and there was a lot of debris, that's when I would want that, or who knows, there may be a reason. I don't have it on here right now, but I did have it just in here, and that wasn't, I'll just say it, that wasn't so I could be compliant, so I could be safe if I needed. Another thing I do have in here, I carry a lot of permanent markers on me. They're easy, they're light, you can stash them away. Permanent markers, a black one and a colored one. You could write on windows, walls, wherever if you had to, hey, I went this way. Something worth carrying. Of course, I have my notebook on me and the other things I packed, but a few other things. One other thing in this bag, and I have my dry sack on me. This can fit down and squish down real tight in the bottom of my bag. There we go. So I have a dry bag for a ton of reasons. I actually had another pair of socks in here too, just because you really want to protect your feet. But that's not in here right now. So I have my dry bag. Now this was kind of particular to my trip too. I have my little raincoat and a small umbrella. Now, I was expecting it to rain a lot, being out in Ohio, from what I hear. It didn't rain at all the whole trip, but that's what I was preparing for. Those are things I actually got for the trip because it really doesn't rain a lot here in New Mexico. So that's what I had in this bag. I did bring one other bag, and that was this small one. I made it so that the things could fit in here, and I could crunch it down if I had to. The thought behind this one is this is a small bag I could put on my chest, and just being prepared can also mean being prepared for going through TSA and making that quick and smooth. One, I wear my boots, so that's quick. Don't go in with a belt on. Those are just tips. But here in this bag, this is one that sits, by my feet on the plane. I ended up putting my little medical thing in here and a few other items that I'll show you. That I could have right on me, and this sits from my chest. Now, going through the airport, this has to be used for those things, not other things, but that you may have or need. You can't do that. But anyways, that's what this bag is. And so right up front, I'm going to have some other little medications. The Orajel was in my 311 bag. Gum, it's important flying. For quick and easy going through TSA, I keep my electronics in these little things here. So this is something, though, that you do need to bring, I think, anywhere you go. And so what I have in here is my charger. And so this is a big charger. It can charge a laptop. It'll charge my phone a dozen times. It has a lot of different options. Keep that charged full with the plug and some cords. And so that can go out and right through when I need. That way, if I can't find power, I have some with me always. And then in here, I have my flashlight and headphones and a few other little electronics. Whoop, there's my glasses and everything. Let me hop back and chat and turn camera here. Okay. And ta-da! There was my living insurance, my preparedness section of tonight's stream, flight preparedness. So there are things you can do, and there's things you do already. Let me get back into chat a little bit before we move on. So Jamie, let's see. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna put a couple comments up here. Christina from Goudreau's Family Farm came in. Oh no, Verna. I usually always have a pocket knife on me, but I didn't there. Okay. I try. I think it's important. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So let's get back into it. I am gonna go over an hour. That's okay. And actually, living interest. My next thing here is my shout out to Goudreau's Family Farm. So I have one thing I find myself doing. The more I get involved in YouTube, the more videos I put out, and I'm focusing on my own channel. I have, as a lot of people. Excuse me, one sec. As a lot of people, I have very limited time, and the more I devote to doing my own channel and videos, the less I have to watch other people's channels. And so actually, when I was at QuailCon there, when I was at QuailCon there, I talked to Christina a little bit, and one thing she had said was mentioning, watching the channels, and I said, I really would like to have more time to do that. Anyhow, what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a channel every 4 weeks, and in those 4 weeks, I'm going to devote to watching their videos, to playing their channel in the off hours and things, to run up some watch hours, to really trying to get to know them a little bit more and what's going on, at least right now, in their life through their streams, and do a little focus. So for these next 4 weeks, I've decided to pick Goudreau's Family Farms and to focus on them. So that's going to include shout outs in my live streams, and then kind of my devotion to their channel a little bit, and commenting and things for the next 4 weeks. And then I'll move on to another one, and then hopefully I can get a lot knocked out. So I did decide Goudreau's Family Farm. I did that for a reason. Yes. Okay, so I don't get very political on this channel or into these things. There's a lot of other ones that do that. I'm not very happy with New Mexico at all right now. I can say that. I don't comply, and we'll leave it there. I'm actually pretty upset about that, but you're absolutely right. Oh, that's how you say it. Yeah, Good thing my stuff can identify it otherwise now. Yeah, so schmog, that's what it is. Okay, yes, so ton of uses, and I can do a video on that myself. But we're sorry, I'm getting off track. I'm going to talk about Goudreau's Family Farm right now. So we were there, and we were talking at QuailCon a little bit, and she had mentioned that she was at 200 subscribers, and I kind of, 200 subscribers. Now, I've seen some Goudreau's Family Farm videos. I've tried to make pickled eggs. I've seen their Facebook page. Beautiful pictures, great filming, everything they have going on there. I thought they were one of those 90,000 subscriber channels. When I watched it, I guess I didn't look, but I was assuming they were, like the, Deep South Homestead type, or, those big channels. And then, 200 subscribers. So we're going to fix that. I decided to start with you, and we're going to, if you're here, go ahead and subscribe to Goudreau's Family Farms. Watch their videos. So we're going to go ahead and do a little screen share here. Yeah, so I'm going to kind of I'm going to have to rotate and pick one every 4 weeks, a channel, and try and do it that way and focus on different people. But let me go ahead first, and I'm going to screen share here real quick. Okay, so we will check out their YouTube page first. This is Goudreau's Family Farms. It's Christina, Aaron, and then their son Lane, I do believe. And they're kind of doing the same thing I'm doing, just in a very different environment in a different part of the United States. So their description here, we're a small urban homestead located on a half-acre lot in southern Louisiana. We have big dreams of helping others, learning about growing their own food, whether it be vegetables, fruit, or meat. Our goal is to utilize our space and maximize what we can produce. Yeah, right there with you. We've been on this homesteading journey off and on for the past 15 or so years. Time, children, and home moves have changed how they've looked. Yeah, I understand that. One moment here. A little bit of a cough, sorry. In 2021, we purchased our forever home, which has led us to finally reach our goals that we didn't logistically have the space for. Now we have added our new goals, like we would like to achieve. Various things we produce here are mainly grown in the path of self-sufficiency. We're happy to help with any questions, and we don't have the ability to help you with what you need, then we can certainly point you in the right direction. So one thing, I noticed right away, they are extremely happy to share and to help, but check out their channel here real quick, because These guys got some good stuff. Look at the quality here of these videos. So hive inspection day, they got their bees going. Here is the garden, and you can see their quail. QuailCon video, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. This is an underrated channel. So I don't know if you guys have, but follow me here for a minute. Have you ever been watching one of your favorite YouTubers or these big channels, these ones that have 100,000 subscribers, and you see how they talk about those people that have been there from the beginning, the friends of the channel, and you thought, man, it would be really cool to get in on the ground floor and to be one of those first few hundred people to be real involved in the channel. This is your opportunity, because I guarantee you this channel is going to take off and is going to explode this year like none other. And so this is one to get on the ground floor with. And just look at some of this. QuailCon 2022. So I actually talked to Christina for a moment. And let me pause this real quick. This is a video I want you to watch too. If you're curious about QuailCon, I'm going to be putting out some videos and some of my perspective through the lives. But she actually has 2 really good videos on here, as do a lot of other people at QuailCon that you'll come across. And if you're wondering what it's about, check out some of these. So talk to several homesteaders, farmers, hobbyists, ranchers, and those on self-sufficiency path to find out what they did, what started them on their current path. Did they have any advice for those just starting out, and enjoyed hearing what everyone had to say. And I'm just going to skip to a couple people. You'll have to watch the whole one here. But there we go. Short picking. There,
Yeah.
Aaron.
Now we're at Quail.
I'm going to move around a little bit.
All right, guys. Thank you. Last but not least,
There I am.
We grew corn and wheat and sorghum.
Okay, and then their Facebook page too, actually. What they have going on is great. I think they're on the ball. And so these are definitely people that will be friends of the Grafted Branch channel. And I'm really excited to watching more videos and to really doing some deep digs. So you can see him here. So that's Lane right there. He was actually helping teach the butchering class of the quail. And there's the eggs. So they got some good stuff going. So go check out Christina, Aaron, and Lane over at Goudreau's Family Farms. Check them out on Facebook. Check them out on YouTube. This channel's going to blow up, I'm telling you. So they're one I'm personally going to be focusing on these next 4 weeks, and then I'll move on from there. And I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do that, but how I'm going to select the next person. But we'll get to there. Hey, awesome. Aaron's in here too. And Verna's saying they have a store. So yeah, check out their store. Now, Sanctified, he's got his store. He's all about promoting the small business and American made too. So check out Goudreau's Family Farm. Our store is getting going. Still working on the teas, and that is still coming. So we got our Grafted Branch grafted teas. Will be released soon. Got a few herbs like the purple yarrow on our site, graftedbranchhomestead.com. I just got in a pack of 100 quail scissors. So I got a whole bunch more of those. I'm going to be lowering the price on those quite a bit to try and move some of those. And then this week, one of my focuses is going to be getting more stuff in there. So I was waiting for QuailCon to go to hit up my store as well. I just had to throw that plug in there. Sorry. And people are saying they'll check them out. Yeah. I do not have tees. No, that is one thing I would. So I made one shirt. I don't have it right here. You may have seen me in it in the video there. I made one Grafted Branch shirt that I bought that I wasn't too happy with. That's something I still got to figure out. I know a bunch of people ask for them. All right, cool. So let me move on here a little bit. We are over an hour. That's okay. Let's see. Where am I at? Goudreau's Family Farm. Yep. Let me a few things. Oh, I think it was Jane Mary was saying she was extremely excited for Sukkot. So that brings me into the schedule coming up here a little bit, as I mentioned, and with I think it was Phil there about priorities and things that come up. Now this next month here, I have some personal family things. very serious things that if you're a praying person, I definitely appreciate some prayer for, that are coming up that, um, well, that are coming up. And so we'll take priority. And so if that happens, there could be some change on, some schedule change on the streams and stuff as I go through that. We also have, of course, harvesting and then fall planting. Red winter wheat goes in, garlic, onions, and some other things. I'm working on the greenhouse. Got to get the chicken coop finished being built. Coming up here is some feasts, and so Feast of Trumpets, Sukkot, and some great things. So that definitely takes priority. Next week, I might be on the stream. We may not have one. And then with the Sunday streams, that's still on pause a little bit. So you're just going to have to stay tuned. I am going to be getting my email list up and going since it's a little shaky with video schedules or live stream schedules. I do plan on getting out more actual videos. We got a lot of people. So we got Ohio in here, I know. So us in New Mexico, Ohio, Louisiana, Missouri, Arkansas. Let's see. We got Michigan. Where's everyone from? Wheaton Shaw is here. Hey, Wheaton Shaw, I didn't see you sneak in. If I haven't said hi to anyone, I do apologize. And then Bob's here in New Mexico as well. Awesome. Oh, wait, what happened? Let's see. Oh, I'm not sure. Oklahoma. Yeah, there we go. We got states all over. That's pretty cool. So actually, QuailCon, I think, had 38 or 39 states represented, as well as Canada, UK, and Mexico. So there were people from all over. I was the only one there from New Mexico, but that's okay. I got to talk to people, like-minded people from all over. I talked to farmers about what was going on with them. Like I said, small business owners. Really learned a lot. Took marketing class. They have farm first aid, additions to the farm. Really cool. It's a family and a group that's special to me because it's starting my journey. I would like to do some other homesteading conventions maybe, or groups as well. I have a goal. I don't belong to a group, spiritual group here yet. That's something I pray about all the time. I won't talk about a whole lot, but I really want to do a Sukkot with someone. So last year we built a sukkah in our backyard and camped out there and did the tent and did that last year and worshipped ourselves. This year we will be building on it a little bit more. I can't get away to actually do camping, so we'll be doing it in the backyard. But one of these years I'd like to meet a group and go do that. And then, I don't know, I really need to get out and fellowship with people more is what that taught me. Gudros, fam. Oh, Gidros. Did I say it wrong? Do I pronounce it wrong? Is it Gidros? So Christina or Aaron, if I'm pronouncing that wrong, correct me right now first so I don't do it all month long, but I do apologize. Gidros. I just think I was saying Gudros. It's Gidros. Gidros Family Farm, I believe. So I'm sorry. I do apologize. Yeah. A lot of cool marketing ideas too. I'm going to be starting Quail University here in the next week or two, and Quail 101 and hatching. So I have a whole notebook of info I got together. So either next week or the following week, depending on how priorities fall and things align. Excuse me. I'm going to be showing some more videos as well as ones released from QuailCon of some of the speakers. I guess this year Zach's allowing that. So in some of the master classes with some of the people I follow. So you'll have to check that out. There we go. Yep. What do I got left? I think that's going to be about it. So an hour and 10 minutes. So the last thing I have is I do have a couple little just sneak peek video clips. They're just little ones I've edited, just some tiny little clips of QuailCon. I do suggest you go over to Gidros Family Farms though and check out theirs. Check out Verna. She has a really cool QuailCon video up too, I believe, and some other things. I had it close. Okay. Sorry about that. But And so let me do that real quick. Here's Christina.
My finger. A couple. To 3.
Linda, we're done.
Up at the builder.
Through there. So, so we're taking a small staple, we're bending this around, and
she is the admin, wonderful admin on the.
I wouldn't discourage it. It's gonna make them feel better. It's fine. Those but yes, it also helps with that. Yeah. So
So just a couple little clips. I'm going to put together videos and more. There's just so much to it. This stream would be 2 or 3 hours if I really dug into that. So I'm sorry. I'm just touching the edges, getting there, and the basics of it. What's Andy say? Oh, I know Andy said that. I want to go to that so bad. Very cool. Cool. So I'm going to now open up the next 5-6 minutes to any questions. I can answer some things, comments anyone has to say, anything about QuailCon or anything going on. We're going to take about 5-6 minutes and do that, and then we will call tonight's stream. I won't be on tomorrow morning. There will be videos released this week, though. Andy Quail. There we go. So we'll give it a few minutes if anyone has any questions, anything they want to say. I covered a lot without covering a lot, I know. I guess I'll, real quick, graftedbranchhomestead.com. We got our email address. We got a P.O. box. We actually got a cell phone, company phone that I don't check and is dead, but we got one. You guys get a hold of me any way you like. I may take a minute or so to get back to you. But yeah, so I've actually, I don't know, I guess while I'm waiting for anyone that might want to say anything, I'll just chat a little bit. This trip was actually a little bit of a milestone for me, and I don't get into it a whole lot, but this one and then the White Sands Carlsbad one, and also a couple years ago, about 4 years ago, I went through some real bad health things. God dragged me to my feet or to my knees, and kind of flipped my life around and started a different direction. And so things I had struggled with before that held me down, with different drugs or alcohol or just different things that I turned from, prevented me from getting out and really being able to do things like this. And so might sound stupid to a lot of you, but it's something I want to share because it is kind of a little milestone for me that I'm in a place now in my life where I can go and I can do things and fellowship and all. And so that might be TMI, but excites me. Oh, cool. Thank you. So my idea behind it is I kind of want to do a little bit of a variety show. I like my preparedness tips. I usually like to throw in the DIY in there and kind of like a little variety show thing. Yeah. Yep. Praise God. He's great, and he's what really got me going on all this. So, all right. Let's see. I don't know if we have any. That's what I saw in Verna's live stream. So yes, Verna, upload it. Everyone upload your QuailCon video. So I guess Zach didn't really want that before, but now he's saying to get it out. So Zach owns My Shar Farms. He has his quail business, extremely successful on their farm. Small business, made in America business. I want to do some of that. Now, of course, quail aren't our only thing. I do want to diversify. We want to sell our teas and herbs. as well as quail and other products. And all. I was wanting to rebrand a little bit and launch with my live stream instead of Urban Homestead Chat with Nat, the live in the 505. I'm not too happy with the 505 right now, so it's live in the Southwest. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh yeah, high elevation desert, but we have. So that just made me think, Bob. You had said about the elevation earlier too, and how you really think it affects your quail hatch rate. That's something I hadn't really thought of until you'd mentioned it a few streams back, and that's something I really do want to look more into. So keep me posted. I'm really curious as to your findings and what you come across with that, because I hadn't thought about altitude, but it makes sense. Oh, teas, yeah, okay. No, not teas. Those come from you. It's so we have two. We have grafted teas. These are organic, all natural organic. These are source teas. And then we have our, do I have it here? Oh, there it is. Then we also have our organic. I can't say it's organic because it's not certified, but organic, all naturally grown herbal. They're herbal tea blends here from our Southwest Desert home that we grow ourselves. And so this is the one I'm more excited about, Farmer Casey's Gourmet Garden Herbs and Teas. And so this is the teas I'm more excited about, one, because they come from, the herbs will come from our own homestead here. And so I know exactly what's gone into them and the whole process down the way. These are ones my son has helped me grow and has learned about and dry, and the whole family's involved in these. This is one I'm teaching my younger son about entrepreneurship to hopefully give him a little bit of a start in life. So a good portion of the proceeds of these actually will go into a savings for him for when he gets to of age, to help him out either with a business or in some way to help him going that way. So Farmer Casey's Gourmet Garden Herbs and Teas. So far all we got is the, oh, it's not in this one. So far all we got, we have a lot dried and we're putting together. The only one I have on the website is the dried purple yarrow. So we're going to be putting out herbs themselves so people can use for cooking or their own teas or tinctures or whatever they want. We want to sell the seeds as well in conjunction with those plants so people can grow their own. And then, of course, the teas put together in both in tea bags and loose leaf teas. So that's primary. I'm still selling the things I had been. So I had been selling stuff on Etsy through Desert Dry. I've been selling a lot of seeds and then quail scissors and feeders and waters. I'm moving that stuff over to my own website. Yeah, a lot of stuff there. Anyways, we're not on a tangent. Yeah, so the only thing that's on there, so I think so far, is some seeds, the purple yarrow, and the quail scissors. That's my failure in time on getting the things on. My wife has decided to step in a little bit more. Now she dries things and she does a lot and takes care. She's decided I need a little bit more help in my organization and stuff. And so she's stepping in now that I'm back from QuailCon, and she's going to help me get this process rolling a little bit more and things processed. So I keep saying it and I apologize, but in the next week or, the next couple weeks here, those teas are going to hit my website and I'll do videos and show and stuff like that. There's only a few things on there, but I'm just running behind. Okay, yeah. Well, that makes a lot of sense. I want to research it more, and I really am curious in your findings there. And so you must be loving that. I'm assuming sharing entrepreneurship, I'm guessing. Yeah, thank you, Verna. I appreciate that. Okay, she says they'll be in there 2 weeks tops. Spice of Life family is my wife. So we go by several names. I'll throw this out right at the end. We're the Spice of Life family. That's kind of how we started. My garden started from Papa Pepper's seeds. And so we had a lot of cayenne peppers. We had the peach tree I grew from pits. So Spicy Peach Farms. So we're a Spice of Life family on Spicy Peach Farms. Now, when I decided I need a name for the YouTube channel and for what we're doing, I decided I'm going to step out in faith and I'm going to name it something that I want later in life. Now, I believe we're on a homestead. I believe that can be done in an apartment or where we're at. Of course, I'd like it bigger. This is a learning homestead where I'm at, I think. I can still do a lot, but I'd like a bigger one for more self-sufficiency. And so I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, no. Anyways, so I decided to take a step out in faith and just name it what I want it to be, and that's Grafted Branch Homestead. Now, of course, that comes because we are grafted into a much better tree trunk and rootstock than this world has to offer. And so we get to be grafted into that. And that's what excites me. And so that's why we're the Grafted Branch Homestead. And so hopefully we'll have some actually grafting projects too. But we'll kind of leave it on that. Oh, yeah, the Kool-Aid tea. First of all, okay, I got to apologize to you, Verna. We wanted to get that tea to QuailCon for you, and that is just my lack of getting things done in time. So I'm going to rely on my wife a little bit more to help me with timing and schedule. And we're going to send you some. We have a list of people that are going to get some boxes there. Very cool. Okay, I could be on all night talking to y'all. You guys rock. You know, the prepper homesteader and quail community. Now, I like quail, my Exodus quail, my desert quail. We need just a YouTube stream that plays music and some videos 24/7 and is just an open chat where anyone can come in and chat. So maybe if someone wants a live stream idea in the quail community or prepper community or homesteader community, have one that runs music and just kind of some random maybe type videos 24/7 and then just chat where people can hop in and talk and share ideas. I think that would be a cool idea for a YouTube channel. Yeah. Quail are awesome. They are. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for showing up tonight. I'm not going to name everyone because there's a lot of people in here. If you're regular, you're new, thank you. If you're watching the replay, thank you. Drop something in comments so I know that you're there. You guys all rock. Thank you, Verna and CDB, for moderating tonight. So next week we should be on for a live, just depending. I'm going to keep everyone posted. Yeah. And so everyone have a blessed night. Good to see you. We'll see you next time. Stay strong. Do things. Go at every day with purpose.
Remember to hit the thumbs up and subscribe.
Cooey.
Party pooper.
No, there won't be tomorrow morning stream. I have some extra work I have to do, so I apologize. You'll have to stay tuned for the garden chat with Farmer Casey streams. Bye, y'all. Have a blessed day. Go watch Guidro's Family Farms.